Hey everyone, Ashley Mailloux here with the Daily Racing Form. I've put a ticket together for Sunday's Coast to Coast Pick 5 for January 14th. It's going to feature races from Gulfstream Park and Santa Anita Park, and it gets kicked off at Gulfstream with their 8th race. I used 3 runners in here, the 2 Blue Times, who I think is intriguing from a pace perspective, was able to take them gate to wire last time out at Presque Isle. Now, it was back in October, and she is 0 for 2 over the Gulfstream Park turf course, but I do think from a pace perspective, she could be tough here if she is lonely on the lead. The 4, Sal's Dream Girl, now in the barn of Brittany Russell, first off the claim, was a winner last time out. That was locally at Gulfstream Park with some moisture in the turf course, and I thought got a really nice trip from Junior Alvarado, who's booked to ride again and is going to step up in class, but still like her chances. And to me, we'll take a look at the number 5, perhaps tonight's win 2 starts back. This is probably the horse to beat on paper. She's been very impressive throughout her career, a 5-time winner in 2023, and looking at this win at Woodbine, thought she got a great trip from Esquan Flores in this race. It's just going to kind of click on and clear this field quite nicely in the end, and I think anything close to that would certainly put her in the winner's circle again. She's versatile. She's won at 7/8 recently, and that effort that we just saw was at 1 1/8, so I used her as well in my ticket. Now we'll stay at Gulfstream Park. We'll move to race number 9. Interesting event here, 6 furlongs on the dirt, optional claiming event, and not in for the tag. It's not any shock, is the number 2 Carmel Chip, and this horse has been so impressive so far in the career. A 7-time winner last year, and just last time out when we look at this race on paper, a 92 buyer was able to stride clear. It was at the fairgrounds over the slop, but this horse has been everywhere on the road. We're talking Parks, Keeneland, Saratoga, Monmouth, and really shows up just about every single start. So I do think in this race there were probably 2 horses that were worth a long look. This was one of them. The other one was towards the outside. I decided to single here, Caramel Chip being my top pick. So just that runner here in the second leg of the sequence. Then we'll go out to California for race 3 at Santa Anita Park. It's a maiden special weight event going 6.5 furlongs on the turf course. And to me, the 7, Make It Snow, is probably the horse to beat on paper. We'll actually look at one of her races, and that race was back in August at Del Mar. Looking at the stretch run here, and I thought this was a really nice performance. Now, she's not going to get the job done. She's going to be second best by Kiss by Fire, was a heavy favorite, really made things look easy on the front end, and I think this filly was really trying to make up ground and really did a really nice job in the stretch, and since then, she's had a pair of decent performances from those 3 starts. Last time out was second, a well-defeated second on the dirt, and I just really like her getting back onto the turf course and excited to see what she can do. But I also do use the number 3 in here for Bob Baffert. First time Lasix, first start off the long way off, and a surface switch. And I think it's good to see Juan Hernandez sticking with this one. So was not a cheap purchase back in March of 2022. I have to think they were expecting some big things from this one, so I'll give her a shot here on the turf course. Now we'll go back to Gulfstream Park for their 10th race, and looking at this field, I decided to spread in this event. I thought there were 3 horses that made a lot of sense. I ended up using the number 1, the 5, and the 6. It's a maiden race. I have to use Mark Casse on the inside. I think we could see this horse improved. Didn't show too much at Turfway Park, but just going to make that second start off the freshening. I like that move. And I think the 5 and the 6, when you look at some of those recent efforts, they make a lot of sense as well. So going to use those and go 3 deep in the 4th leg of the sequence. And then finally, we'll wrap things out in race number 7 at Santa Anita. Nice grade 3 event going 6.5 furlongs on the turf course. And looking at this field on the downhill, class, I think, is going to go a long way, and there are very, very classy fillies in here by the name of Wakanaka and Elm Drive, and I think maybe folks will single Elm Drive in here just based on her resume. She's tactical, she can be forwardly placed, she's made some moves from sitting just off the pace, and last time out, beaten 3 lengths in the grade 1 matriarch. This is significant class relief for her, and she could be very tough, but I also did want to use Wakanaka, who now joins the barn of Michael McCarthy. She's going to need some pace help. She's always going to need that, and you can see that, and sometimes her running style works against her, but just curious to see what she can do out at Santa Anita, her first start on the turf course out there, and she certainly has some back class as well, so I'll use both the 7 and the 9 to wrap things up, and this is going to lead to a $36 ticket with that $1 minimum. I think this is a really affordable ticket. I did go with the single, which cut down on my ticket price in the second leg, which is the 9th race at Gulfstream Park. So if you're playing this, don't forget on Sunday, it's $1 minimum and a 15% takeout, and I wish you the best of luck.